Hello, this is Lurch Land for Left Claw Studios. How are you guys doing today? Whew. Kind of running about, getting ready to go. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today I am playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. It was kind of a tough pick. There's just a lot of games, and we got Mass Effect coming out in a few days, which I've never played those. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. Make sure the stream's working right. Good. Alright. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get moving on. For anyone unfamiliar that's watching right now, I am Lurch Land, which you can see just below here. I'm part of Left Claw Studios, along with my buddy Angel, who's the other primary guy on here. Some people call him Lobster. And I am working on advancing the story some more. Let's see, where do I need to go? Yes, Tailfeather. Expensive journey. So we're going out to the land of dragons. Dravania. Glad I made the effort to gain the power of flight here. So traveling around this area won't be so difficult. Over here. It was kind of funny because Lucia and Athenad were like, it's such a long, difficult journey, and I'm like, I gotta fast travel there. Just teleport. At least for this far. So, I kind of tend to read aloud the dialogue on these whenever there's not voice. That way I'm not just reading it in silence. Seems more fun this way. Lucia says, I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Estolla to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of implacable Lady Ishgard. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side, she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphinoid. Yet, who can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Annex Trine, if you will follow me. Alright. Where are we headed, Alphinoid? I'm gonna ride my dragon. We gotta go west from the looks of things. Alright, let me just hit this. Oh. I got a fast travel already there too. Oh, my ear. Let's see, who do I need to talk to? Gotta talk to one of these dragons around here. Here we go. Hi Morgana, thanks for joining. Howdy, howdy indeed. welcome here, friend of Isael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatosker, shattering the peace between our peoples. This is the part of the game where you learn I can't read, apparently. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Isael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet, dream we must, as Isael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot give you my answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace, for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. I don't know if she was being sarcastic or not. So soon? Within my lifetime? Oh. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing me the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no grave matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly help 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphinaud. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. How's my Lucia voice? Feminine enough? I have such a deep, natural voice, it's hard to do higher tones. pretty sure that dragon had a feminine voice. Whenever there was an actual voice actor on it. So it would seem we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Menphilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Estolla in Idleshire. Alright. Idleshire. Another place I have a fast travel for. I don't remember where it is. There it is. Do. What do you got? Striking opportunity. Cor, I know you. You're one of them half-mad adventurers that roams about picking fights with gods and every bugger else. Well met, well met. Love your work. Ah, but you're just one of them pack of right crazed killers, am I right? Hells, for all I know, might be they're the ones that would do the work while you share in the credit. Now, killer, don't take it personally or nothing, but I have seen it before. When it's all blood and shite and explosions, it can be hard to tell if you're pulling your weight. That's why I've been training up in Stone Sky Sea. Don't let the daft name fool you. It's a proper training ground where fighting folk like me and you can go to refine our killing prowess. If you've never been, go and look for the goodly fella out past the back bridge. He'll tell you the rest. You won't regret it. That just might be worth it. Side quests to get access to something new. I'm picking up a couple side quests while we're moving. I'm not going to put too much time, I don't think, into completing them right now, but I want to at least grab them while I see them. Ishgard, is the blender seeing it? Giant of iron, rising from river. Estolla and said leave to learn more, but are not back yet. Greatest plight of Gobbyflock, giant is too big. Can squash Idleshire flat. Where are uplanders? Calm yourself, Slowfix. Ah, Lurch, 'tis well you are here, for our need is dire. A colossus of steam and steel has risen from the Thaliac. Yeah, it's that thing we saw on that cutscene. Remember that, Morgana? The big thing in that portal, and it was moving all that water? Yet it is no mere forgotten contrivance of Charlayan. The resultant etheric disturbance confirms that it is a primal, and that it was summoned amidst the ruins left for the river to reclaim. For mercy, it stopped dead no sooner than it had broken the water's surface, but so long as it remains in our realm, it may spring to life again at any moment. Yes, but what does Uplander find near Idleshire? Is wilderness still heavy with either? Nay, the aether grows perilously thin, and more swiftly than I could have imagined. The primal is bleeding the land dry. Should it be suffered to continue, this entire region will become a barren waste. It has only just found home after long wanderings. Idleshire will not fall. Slovix will not allow it. And nor will we. I have already spoken with Alphanod, and he concurs that we Scions of the Seventh Dawn must do all in our power to eliminate the threat. Yet given its size, I deem it wise to attack from two fronts. Our first and most obvious recourse is to keep our foe in check with blade and magic, much as we have done with other such adversaries. Second, I propose that we attempt to cut off the flow of aether which sustains it, mayhap by physically separating the primal from the land. If we are to be rid of this colossus, I think the latter course more promising. and mean to enlist Master Matoya's aid in pursuing it. Yet such things take time. Thus, I have asked Master Garland to remain here, keep watch over our foe. Given its apparently mechanical nature, his expertise should prove invaluable to you. To you, I say, for I would leave the fate of Idleshire in your hands. Should the primal chance to stir my return, you are to join Sid in repelling it. An unenviable task, but one for which you are singularly qualified. Let's wreck 'em! Rest assured, I do not mean to linger with Master Motoya any longer than necessary. The moment we find a solution, I shall make haste to rejoin you here. Well then, let us be about our duties. I will leave you to discuss strategies with Sid. Pishka! Backrix is keeper of knowings and vital for Idleshire. Can say where Sid was gone. Uplander should start with Backrix. No room for idle hands in this town. Lurch, it's good to see you. I confess I'd assumed your business in Annex Shrine. Yeah, you forgot about it? The big robot thing in the water? Apparently it's primal. Oh, Lurch, tis good to see you. I confess I'd assumed your business in Annex Shrine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Fidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Hraesvelgr, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlayan guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Front Bridge, Backrix, Frontlix, I don't know. What are these names? Waiting. Hi, Death Blossom. Oh. Oh my goodness, she's so tiny.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Her voice is way too deep for that tiny of a body.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Charlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
Sir.
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Miss Kryle and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Oh boy.
Thank you, Kryle.
Getting some dirt on him as a kid.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
She's got some juice that she can
Into more pressing
embarrass him
matters.
with.
Finding Minfilia and the other missing Scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Oof.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us
Trust
all
her.
call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
Harvey Dutch. Can we trust him? Can we trust her? She wants this crystal eye. Hold up, there's a... quest completion right over here. Oh, man. It's so great to be able to fly over here. And it's so cool to have a dragon to do it with. Urgh, it's exciting. The T-Rex was cool, but there's no dragon. You there, good sir! You look like you enjoy bathing in the blood of your enemies. Have you perchance heard about Stone Sky Sea? You see, as part of an initiative to reduce the number of disputes, the Adventurers Guild has been forced to arbitrate between members who accuse their comrades of not contributing sufficiently to, let me try again. He who fights with strength of stone unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky, and embraces serenity of rolling sea, against him none can stand. Sorry, that's what the Dooman fellow told me to say. I don't quite understand it myself, but he seemed to think it was all very clever. Right, so, in essence, we got these ridiculous contraptions that you attack in whatever manner you deem fit. Each is supposedly tailored to the strength of some legendary beast, or being some madman decided to challenge once upon a time. Speaking of which, I believe one should be dropping in right about now. Are we getting... What is... What? Apparently, the first time they dropped one of those was an accident. The trainees loved it so much they started doing it all the time, though. Right, so, each is tailored to the strength of a legendary fiend. The idea being that if you can defeat the dummy, you can defeat the fiend. In principle, that is. Dummies don't hit back, after all. But who gives a fig about any of that, eh? I nearly forgot the best part. It's free! Where the fig is it? Stone Sky Sea, now accessible. You now have access to Stone Sky Sea. This training ground can be accessed by speaking with the goodly adventurer outside Idleshire. Excluding limited jobs. Breach the esoterics of foreign masters, destroy the striking dummy within the time limit. You know what? I gotta do it once at least, right? Let's see what this is like. Okay. Alright. Alright. This would be probably if I was using one of another class. But I don't have any others that are level 60. Since my class is primarily about healing, I've got basically 4 attacks. Not counting this one that puts him to sleep. Which, there's no putting sleep to that. So I got 4 attacks and everything else is some kind of status-like thing. So now I'm just trying to kill it as quickly as I can. Since it can't hurt me, it can't move, can't put it to sleep. Maybe this one will unlock more interesting ones. This one is not super special. So, while I'm killing this dummy, today for work, I was getting a little frustrated with Microsoft because their Outlook system was having issues. Like, it was having problems on our end. And then I looked online and found that it's a lot of people are having issues with Outlook today. Alright, it exploded. Yay! Okay. I don't think I want to do any more of these for some time now. Okay, I need to go there for that. Back onto the dragon. There's a whole bunch of these, though. There's gotta be something more interesting than that. I bet in the other ones, maybe the other ones are actual monsters? Yeah, I mean... Did I? Don't matter. I can fly. I'll just fly on over there. Isn't that pretty? Hey guys! What's up? There's a bunch of baddies in there. Little goblins. Gobbles. Yeah, that looks pretty one way. Here's the primal. So it stopped moving again for now. But before long, we're gonna have to deal with it. Oh man, I don't know what the deal is. This is not, my seat's not as comfortable today. But I can't like barrel roll and stuff. Oh, that'd be so cool. Thread the needle. There we go. Creel? Like crocodile. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? I have heard many stories of Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true. This way, you have care where you tread, and have care where you tread. Some flattery, not so much. Although all those stories are true. Remember on, I don't know if you saw the Star Wars movie, Solo Star Wars movie, when Han Solo first meets Lando Calrissian. He's like, I've heard a lot about you. And he's like, trust me, anything you've heard about me, it's true. It's a bold statement. You belong to a Goblin Core Facebook group? What's Goblin Core? Is that a music? Is that what you mean?
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Cryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Cryle, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do.
Sweet.
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
Someone wants to talk about manners. This old lady.
The students
her
of
house.
Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the Scions of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing Scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
That's a lot of years there.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
Oh, shit.
Value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul, their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Estolla. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Take it out of her sight. So is she going to come with us? Or are we going to use it here?
Then let us begin.
Okay, so it looks like she's going to use it here.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al.
North and west.
It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
All right. Oh, so not too terribly far from our current area. Fast travel, fast travel. Gonna use that fast travel. I heard that The Witcher 3, which was previous generation, but I heard if you play The Witcher 3 on current consoles, the newest, like PS5, Xbox Series X, the fast travel loads faster. Sorry, the fast travel loads faster than the game knows what to do with it. And so things will be popping into place, like, instantly. Living life like a goblin LARP. Oh, I gotcha. Were I to find myself in unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Hang on, let me turn my necklace around. It is bugging me. When I find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, don't they? Do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kyle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. Oh, great. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. No longer remember, huh? I propose we split into 2 pairs. Estolla and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Lurch and Kyle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Ast Voth and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Alright. He certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. I told you. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No, I ain't seen him around. Sorry. Maybe you would have seen him around if I did more quests in this area. But I was trying to get through. Hey, look, it's Kyle. What are you doing? Oh, hey, old buddy. What's that you got there? A sketch? Have you seen this man? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? I heard a tale of the other day about a hireling vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? That does sound like Kryl. That does sound like Thancred. Kryl is funny. I love her. Like, I wasn't sure what to think of her. Now she's great. Grimold. A Huron man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river, to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. An axe, eh? Thancred usually uses knives, blades, like swords, small swords. But hey, you use what you can get your hands on, right? Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. And I believe they're wanting to meet at that little adventurers guild that I made. Yep. Well, near it. To the northwest. Huh. Just like floating on bubbles, I guess? Hearts? Ugh. There we go, there's our spot. Oh. I feel like I'm sitting on a board underneath this cushion. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Darkness carries an axe too. Oh shit, yeah, that the warrior of darkness. You're right. Ooh, he might. We don't know what his fighting style looks like. This could be how we learn about him. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So, you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap is that this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Krill. Quite right. Oh good, I don't have to choose. Max potion. And restores 1200 MP. Oh. Right. Okay. I misread it. I was thinking it was more MP than my max, but I got 10,000, not 12, not 10, not 1,000. Words. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Loth Ast Voth. We must go and see the Voth right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Okay. So see the Voth. Yeah, they're friendlies. These little dudes are allies. I helped them out. Click, click! Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Loth Ast Voth. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious! The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click, good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt, click, click. The flesh and cloth and skins came to us from some owl, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Click, click. Gone to Loth Nath. Not long ago, when he heard that one mine had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned? Uh-oh. Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as sacrifice. Click, click. Ugh. Alright. I think I'm over just a smidge. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Alright. Well, they think the face matches, so it's a good sign. I'm gonna fly through this arch. Alright, the smoldering wastes. We gotta go to that weird colored area. So, if you notice, this thing that we're going to has this weird colored blue shit, and then that kind of a green smoke coming off of it. This is to produce a pungent smell that the dragons hate, and it helps keep dragons away so that they don't have to worry about getting ate. Because this is kind of the region of dragons. The humans that we were visiting a moment ago, they're protected under a canopy where the dragons can't really see them so well. And then those other creatures, they're part of the same species, and they kind of use the same trick. Be stinky. It's their strategy. Be unappetizing to the dragons. Okay. Somewhere in the... There we go. There's our purple circle. Who wants to take me home? You're all going down. Oh, let's do this. Whoop. You're stronger than you look, buddy. Oh. Cool. You get attacked by others. Who's attacking me? There you go. How are you still alive? Oh. I looked at the laptop screen for a second while I tried to perform an attack.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
Hurry! I'm thinking, looks like you're right about that warrior of darkness. Let's get a whole little clan there too. Ooh, we're both getting a vision.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Scions forever.
What? Wasn't he working with the
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
Do they all have the echo?
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Rude? No, those Vosh seem to recognize Thancred. The drawing. Oh, there he is. That's Thancred. Why are we fading? Yeah! Yeah!
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it.
I mean, you kinda surprise attacked us, so...
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
She's like, are you shitting me? Did he lose an eye? Looks like it.
Thancred, are you all right?
pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Yeah. Alright, we got another one of our friends back. Along with a whole crew of new enemies.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness...
Huh?
It actually tastes sweet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, green grapes are on
I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
Hit her with that misdirection.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the all together. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
Kitty cat. It's a cat girl. Every guy's gonna go wild.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
Glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
Yup.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Maybe it's the sonar. I don't know. It's being dumb. A little slow, a little late. Alright. Oh. So we got our friend back. Thancred's alive. Missing an eye. Got a cool new outfit. Since his last one is gone. Blessed with the power of the Echo, you and driven to put down Primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Ida and Papalimo found Lurch. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first Primo. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time the band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. Jeez. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely, that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be conformed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Amaric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Lurch. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Much indeed. Much indeed. And, heck of an understatement.
I know, but I can offer interesting viewpoints that maybe she didn't think of. For ideas.
Ah. Oh. I'm thinking I need to go up a layer. Is that a giant... Is it a bear? Is it a hamster? It's a bear with a Santa suit. That's adorable.
Just throw me in with her.
Alright, now... Ugh. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but if it was not for her that we came, we bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Gnath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Gnath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation? As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed, and became as light. Hi, the boys! 2.0. How you doing? To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and the glory of man, and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Amaric's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey on to Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. I'm doing good, boys. I'm doing pretty good. We missed some exciting stuff the last couple of days in this game. It is happening, Isael. Would that you were here to see it. We're working on brokering peace between the dragons and the humans of Ishgard. Oh, men of Ishgard.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Uh-oh.
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Oh no.
Honorable men, who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men, whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Hey, Jim. Mr. B, how's it going?
So, here.
Oh, man. This is the worst time to kill Sir Emeric. He was about to meet with the dragons and broker peace. God damn it. There's always gonna be some asshole fucking things up for everybody.
Okay, it doesn't have
Grr.
she's homeless.
I'm glad it's going well.
Like, by her own choice.
For both of you guys, the boys and Jim. How my currency's looking? Yum, bro. So, have the boys, have you, or Jim, have either of you played any Final Fantasy XIV? Right. So let us not Right. So let us not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me, you have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravinians, and their friends nowhere to be found? 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles. But we face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalymo and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. Your father-in-law may come to the room. You'll show him what streaming is? Alright. Sounds good. And you gotta give this game a try too. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Why is it forcing my vision straight ahead? Alright. The Forgotten Knight. Which is up this way. Yeah. Do you have a PS5? I mean, this game's on like everything. It's on everything but Xbox, I think. But there's this new game on the PS5 called Returnal. It's really difficult, but it's really good.
You know, she could have set up shop at like an abandoned.
You have returned! In this, at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. Oh, you got an Xbox Series X? Nice! Did you see that the Xbox Series X has like 74 or 80 or something games? Backwards compatible games that will run at like 60 or 120 frames per second. You can play like, Fallout New Vegas, I think at 120 frames per second on that system. It's pretty cool. Non-scalper price at that. Excellent. Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmund and Lord Arturiel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. Oh, one of the first nights of your new business? You're going to do an old school Halo LAN party. Sweet. So for those that don't know, Jim here is working on putting together like a gaming lounge or a kind of a business where people come together and play games. He was telling me about that a few streams ago. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us proceed. Naturally, you don't stab our friend and get away with it. Weapon coffers.
That's why I was asking. Like, I've read it in a book before. Hell if I can remember which one. And I don't have
Huh. Old school Halo party. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphanod and Mistress Estolla, I would have you take charge of the investigation in foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Totoro can be of assistance as well. Mean and Lurch and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Well, we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, I, the infamous Lord Emmeline de Fortemps, lover of women and wine. Though neither care for him that much, they say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Lurch. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Alright, the Jewel Crozier, that's the shopping district. Grizzled, I will accept. But old... He's not happy about being called old. Alright. Get into the... To the cruiser. Ah, god damn it. I didn't mean to hit the button the second time. Now, what are your thoughts about the news about the Halo Infinite? Apparently it's cost $500 million to make and 1,200 people. And it's been postponed a whole year from its original launch day. I'm hoping it's really good. Like, I really hope it's really good, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Well, well, if it isn't Lurch, my dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious. Wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed, despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know, my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was... Thancred's like, that was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step... It was his idea. Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon Lurch, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Your small clothes. Oh. It's underwear. Sounds kind of sus. Which one sounds kind of sus? Emlyn here going, I'll speak with all the young maidens.
I know I have discovered that tonight.
Alright, to the Hoplon. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's up here. Right? No? No. Up higher.
And I don't remember what places.
Have you played any, okay. You're using the word sus. Have you played any Among Us? No, it's a pretty fun game. I haven't actually played... I've only played a little bit of the originals Among Us, but I played quite a bit of VR Among Us. My first playing of it was in VR. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Hello's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Aymeric and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good, this madness has gone on far too long. You've played 37 hours of Among Us? Quite a bit of time on there.
Purple.
Have you done the VR version? Have you tried the VR version? So the Temple Knights have begun... Oh, wait, I already read that one. This man has gone on too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. I don't... That guy seems kind of sus. So, if you want to play the VR version, if you have a VR headset, you play it in VR chat. And I recommend playing it through like a PC mode, like Steam VR or something, because you'll see more things. If you just do like if you have a Quest 2 and you're only playing it direct off the Quest and not hooked up to a computer, some of the avatars you won't be able to see. But if you're hooked up to a PC, you'll be able to see everything. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot that I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Oh, poor frightened people. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Okay, so when it comes to VR headsets, there's quite a few options. I think of the ones that are currently available, the best bang for your buck is going to be the Quest 2, the Oculus Quest 2. Now, something to keep in mind about it though is, unless they did an update, and I haven't checked on it, the last I checked, only one user profile exists on it. So you have that one save files for your games and whatnot. And it links to your Facebook account. But it's, you know, it has a whole wireless mode, and you can draw out a space, a playable space for you to be able to play in, and then just move it around. And there's this amazing Star Wars game on it, and it's like in 3 chapters, $10 per chapter, and the story mode is like 45 minutes for each of the 3 chapters. And then there's a dojo mode that you can play for hours with various challenges. And apparently the story is now canon. The story in it is canon, and you've got like force powers and lightsaber, and it feels amazing to be able to like move around in a room using the force powers and your lightsaber to deflect things, and you can pull a gun out of an enemy's hands, and then shoot them with it. It's just like, it's incredible. And it also can do like finger tracking, so you can do some things without even using the controllers. I think that functionality is still a little bit limited, but it's there. There is one app I've seen where someone made a custom app. They developed their own app. I don't know if it's available. I know it's available to the public, but I don't know if it's on the App Store. But I know you can use a slide tool to side load it. That's what I'm looking for, side load. But there's this app in it that can teach you how to play the piano. And the VR headset it's got cameras built in, and it'll scan a real piano that you can sit at, and it tracks your fingers, and it helps you see where your fingers need to go. It tracks where your fingers are and helps you actually play on a real, actual physical piano. I haven't used that one myself. I don't have a piano anymore. You know, that when the piano got left behind when, you know, a few years back. But I think that'd be really cool to have for anyone that has interest in that kind of stuff. And then just the idea that technology is there. It can happen. It can work. It's quite incredible to me. But I think it's like one of the easiest ones to use. It's not the most powerful. There are other ones that are more powerful, but they cost considerably more. And they have to be hooked up to something. The Quest 2 can be wireless or wired. Now when it's wired, it can make use of your computer graphics, so it's a little bit stronger that way. But it doesn't have to be. But you do get access to more games. Like if you plug it into your computer, you'll have access to your whole Steam library. At least you'll have access to all the VR content that's available on Steam. Okay, where am I going? Okay, that way. Oh! Oh! Oof. Maybe not the best place to jump off. Well, hooking up isn't a bad way to go, because we can use an arm drop from the ceiling to free up some of the slack. Yeah, and that's something else to think about. So if you're down for like being fully cabled, they do have ones that just connect, that are required to be connected, that are more powerful than the Quest 2. But I do find the Quest 2 to be one of the easiest ones to use. And like I said, you can get a cable for it. Like I've got I think a 17-foot cable for mine, so that I can do some of the games that aren't natively on the Quest 2, but run through like Steam. So that's something. That's just something I recommend. I think it's an easy entry point for most people to get into VR, because it's pretty easy to use. You have both options. And it's got a lot of functionality to it. But there are others that are more powerful, but they cost quite a bit more. Ah! There you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raminaud's Cathedral and another near the tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions, when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphanod will doubtless have an opinion. Yeah, I'm starting to think the church is setting the fires. So they can get more, worshippers that trust in what they have to say. Okay. To get to there, I need to go down here. Alright, hang on, let's see what I got here. Could be a message about something not working. Nope. Unrelated. Alright. They also just, Sony just recently put out some information about their next generation PlayStation VR, but it's not going to be out anytime soon. It sounds like 2022 at the earliest for the next PlayStation VR, whatever they're going to call it. But it sounds like they're taking a lot of hints from some of the other VR systems. I'll say the PlayStation VR was really good. It was great when it came out, but it's become a bit outdated. The technology has advanced very quickly. It has some games on it, and that are great, but it is getting a little bit dated now. Silence! Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Lurch, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil! And are those burns on your hands? And an occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile! Look at me! Aye, that you are. After a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He's the one what told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind and tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen his like before. A A troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon? I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Yeah. Have you had a PlayStation VR, Jim? Like I said, they were great for their time, but they start to show their age with the newer tech that we've got. Like, the PlayStation VR had like a camera you had to sit on your entertainment center, and you had to stay within view of it. And if you like dipped too low or too out of it, and it was a relatively narrow window, and it had to be at least 6 feet from you, but not more than like 8 feet. So there's a lot of like stipulations there. Whereas the newer things have like built-in cameras in the headgear that use those to sense the room around you to detect where your positioning is. Okay, let's see. We need to get to... Oh, okay. I know where I'm going. The Forgotten Knight. Time to sprint. Technically, this isn't the Forgotten Knight. It's next door to the Forgotten Knight. But this is where the fast travel point is called, is the Forgotten Knight. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or the other. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artorial. Are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring his salve. The salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more.
Oh, so she's like in the woods and stuff. I have 3 in survival.
My lord Artorial did not seem to be in the best spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphinaud. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Okay. There's gonna be all kinds of coffers. Accessories, huh? Oh, what's this? House for Tim's kite shield. And a wind-up horsefant. Oh. Okay.
No, she's not going to go to the same place. Same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
I do not
mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Oh, you mean like DFS and stuff? No, like,
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Yeah, it'd be like police catching her stealing something and send her back to her,
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you.
Some jerk had to stab Sir Emmerich in the ribs. I mean, he's doing so at the moment.
Yes, every time she runs away, they're gonna send her someplace different.
Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change.
It's terrible.
When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Oh, you're at that part. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna exit stage right now.
Okay.
No, she ran.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
You okay with that?
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
Uh-oh.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
Okay.
They,
well, that's why I said
the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith.
Okay.
Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
She has survival. Maybe she can make her own, like find a cave or something.
Damn.
Ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich will change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
Okay. Okay, well, how about...
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Okay, how about, like, where she was staying, they started, like, she noticed some adults...
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely.
So she's in the woods.
If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
That's fine, then.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
They'll catch her.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets.
I like that. That works.
I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, she's gonna, like, that... You're obstructing my rights. You know, now
We are in your debt.
Oh, I don't know.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Okay, academics. Maybe she's read a few things.
He's getting permission
Your
from his
assistance
father.
is most welcome, Lord Atwarel.
Okay.
To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
So, Lord Atwarel's father is the guy just to the left with the mustache. And so, when Lord Atwarel volunteered, Sir Emmerich in the blue turned to Atwarel's father, Fortemps, to get his permission, and he gave a nod. And he's like, "Okay, then, your assistance is welcome." That was pretty great. Morgana, are you still there, or did we lose you?
She's looked stuff up. And then from here, I'm lost.
Alright, back into the pillars.
I take it I start with 3 willpower.
Alright, on the other side.
That's what this says.
Ugh. Fearing Ellison.
It says the willpowers are by Osmos. They're just...
Ah, I didn't mean to hit it again. Gotta get it that way. Going up.
Well, no, they don't have
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alright, we only got a few. Well, I only got a few minutes left on the plan, so we'll make this the last quest. Let's plan on this being the last quest.
Motherfucking, okay, my dyslexia was fucking
My voice is getting a little tired. And we're gonna... Yay, you're still here. We've lost a couple of viewers. I'm not sure if it's lurkers or chatter people, you know. Haven't heard from the boys in a while. What about you, Jim? Are you still around? The boys, are you guys around? Are you, two of you still here? Listen well, we will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thordan the 7th. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Arturo, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Amaric. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Helena's my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Fuck, I hope he doesn't die. He already lost his brother. I don't want 2 out of the 3 of Fortim's sons to die. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Alright, level sync. I don't lose access to any abilities, just my higher stats. The seam of presence yet goes unnoticed. Come, we must secure the entrance. Emmerich the Blue. Remember, saving the hostages takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. I guess that attack was unnecessary. Are you injured? Bless you. You must hurry. The others have taken elsewhere by Sir Seminard. Sir Seminard? So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard. They've sounded the alarm. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, everyone knows. Hold the entrance. Look after this one. Go. Oh, come on. Secure the hostage, Lurch. Leave the others to us.
Down with you!
What? There we go. Took out a bunch of them at once. I love that. I love a size. A size is like my favorite spell. It's over now. I just wish you didn't have such a slow reload. Is it over? They took the others out somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Not alone, you won't. Lurch, stay with Sir Emmerich and this way, Lurch, to the choir. Yeah, wrecking their shit. This way, Lurch, to the choir.
The thing is, I kind of understand animals better than people, so
Sir Simonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer? I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop.
well, it's not like understanding enough not to talk to them. And I don't think people should have wolf dogs because they can be dangerous.
Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial then, Lord Arturiel. Lurch, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simonard. Man, Lord Emmerich, don't you die. I'll be pissed if you die. Okay. Good. Come then, let us see whom the... Okay. I guess we're gonna come down here? Yeah. We gotta hurry. He'll surely fall. Okay. So we gotta get over here. Save people. Save hostages. Alright, I got your attention.
Yeah, like it was on
Come on, come on, come on. There must be others nearby, but where? I don't know. Traitor, Kinslayer, but what sorcery do you yet stand? Enough, all of you attack. Where's the others in trouble? Okay, you guys are holding down the fort here, it looks like.
Yeah, just peg them.
Fuck. I gotta find more. I don't know where I'm supposed to go!
She has stolen a car before.
There! That's what I need.
No, and like, and I imagine, am I...
Whoops. Okay, this was... Okay. I may have, Oh, come on. What the hell? There we go. Oh, God. Sir Emmerich needs our help. Okay. I'm off to Sir Emmerich. We rescued 5 out of 6 hostages. I don't know if the last one died or what happened. Sir Emmerich. There we go. Use my benefactor spell. My most powerful healing spell I got. It heals everything at once. Like, it's a full heal. It has a really slow respawn though. It's like 3 whole minutes to use it again. But worth it. Alright, Seminard. Suck my nards. Oh, I think I accidentally cast Regen on him. That's fine. Okay. I think we still have one hostess to save then. Right? Yep, there's the last hostage.
Oh, cool. She's pagan, so I just 1 point each.
Yeah. He took melee.
Yeah.
You must hurry. The priest took melee upstairs when he saw you kill his men. Have no fear, child. We will save your friend. Level sync is no longer... Level is no longer synced. Okay.
Where is he? Where is he?
We were talking about the melee still. I don't know.
Come no closer! You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Okay.
Oh, no! No! What? Why did the video footage freeze? No!
And subterfuge, she's really good at lying.
Damn. Okay. Okay, so I'll end the stream, reset the software, restart it. I won't do anything else until you're back on this, okay, Morgana? So as soon as you're back on, you know, pop a message in here so I know you're back, and then I can do the next bit.
You know, I think...
Alright. This is Lurch Land, Fluff Call Studios. Oh, man. Alright.